first speaker, the gentleman on the panel, Mr. Thirumurugan Gandhi, and he's the movement coordinator of human rights activists from Tamil Nadu in India. And he was with us yesterday. It was a wonderful discussion, so we look forward to your inputs for this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Noel. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very important topic that we must concentrate from the point of perspective of women. In the world where the land has been occupied by a foreign force, the prime target, as it's mentioned, is peace and women. And mostly the women are the prime victims in the colonized area or in the occupied territory, be it in Palestine or be it in Kashmir or in Tamil Eelam or elsewhere, like in Sahara. We are seeing that the women are the prime targets, and I would like to explain in detail about how the women in Tamil Eelam has been suffering under the genocidal Sri Lankan regime. The conflict of Tamil Eelam started depriving the Tamil rights, and they've been fighting in a peaceful way to have their rights to be written in the constitution for quite a long time. Then the pogroms were systematically unleashed on the Tamil people, and they turned into armed struggle. And the armed struggle earned the dignity of life for women in the north and east of Sri Lanka, that's Tamil Eelam. And post 2009, after the brutal war against the Tamil de facto state and the destruction of the Tamil nation, and the genocide was committed against the Tamil people. And the prime target in the war was the women. Post-war scenario is even worse, because there is no force to defend the Tamil women, and there is no international credible mechanism to protect the victims, and there is no involvement of international community to investigate the crimes like genocide against Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is committing a structural genocide and primarily targeting on the Tamil women. We can look at the numbers of Tamil women widowed in the occupied territory is somewhat to 90,000 Tamil widows are there. And these widows are being compelled to live under the military occupation. Among the close to, for every 4 Tamil civilian, 1 military person is there. And we should remember that Sri Lankan military is 99% ethnic Sinhalese. Hardly you can find a Tamil person in the Sri Lankan military force. So you can call it as a Sinhalese military rather than a Sri Lankan military. So you don't represent the Tamil people. So the Sinhalese military been occupying the Tamil areas. The Tamil women living under the cruel Sri Lankan military forces are subjected to all kinds of violations and oppressions. And need not to say that the rape is a tool to intimidate the Tamil women. And in the Tamil areas, the demining being done by the Tamil women. Such kind of harsh conditions are there. And if you look at the history of the Sri Lankan military force, even under the UN peace banner, have committed heinous crimes. As long as, in the Haiti peace process, the Sri Lankan force has been accused of committing crimes against the children. So the Tamil women on one hand have to defend their dignity, on the other hand have to protect their children. And Sri Lankan military committing crimes on the both ends. Since there is no house, there is no men to defend them, there is no legitimate Tamil army to defend the Tamil people, and the Sri Lankan military tend to oppress Tamil women, and they're still living under the military occupation. And more than thousands of people have been missing, and the Tamil women were fighting in the streets to find their loved ones. the Office of Missing Person was promised in the United Nations, and the Sri Lankan government haven't fully involved in finding the missing person. Rather, the highest officials or the chief of the state commented once that the people, those who are missed, have to believe that they are not alive. That's a kind of statement that's given by the President and Prime Minister of Sri Lanka. So these kind of situation, Tamil women are still living under this kind of military occupation, and they didn't have a way to lead a dignified life. They can't able to find their loved ones, and their lands being occupied and taken over by the military forces. And most of the businesses are run by the Sri Lankan military, and they have to protect their children also. And among that, they have to have a dignified life. So with superpowers, something like US, UK, India, turning their face against the Tamil people, and especially Tamil victims, and including the international institutions, they are who are not looking in detail what is going on in Sri Lanka. And the structural genocide is unleashed, and Tamils are being subjected to second phase of a genocide. So, after losing 146,000 people in the 2009, international community yet to look for an investigation against Sri Lankan state. So the women living under the military occupation is, you can't define that in words. When we are seeing it, I'm from India, and we are seeing this kind of situation in Kashmir, and we are seeing that the kind of probably my friends would talk in detail about the case that happened in Kashmir. But it's a painful thing. I would like to remind that the case of Asifa, it has shaken the conscience of the world, and the Hindutva forces are celebrating it. To say that they were on the street to protect the criminals, including the ministers, including the political party, including the central ministers. So for raping an 8-year-old girl child for not 1 or 2 days, it's about 8 days. They raped them. They raped them for 8 days, and they stoned her to death. So, and we are seeing this kind of situation across India. All these things amount to the same thing, kind of thing. We can find similar cases in Rohingyas in Burma too. And why these kinds of things are happening? Because international community have allowed a terrorist state like Sri Lankan government to prevail. They didn't brought this Sri Lankan government to international investigation scrutiny. And because this have given the courage to all the regimes that's in the South Asia to commit heinous crimes. So we repeatedly saying that genocide is a kind of a contagious disease, and terrorist state is also kind of a thing that can spread, that can grow stronger. So we are seeing a Buddhist chauvinist state in Sri Lanka, Buddhist chauvinist state in Burma, and Hindutva chauvinist state in India. So this region is highly destabilized because of these kinds of regimes, and these kinds of regimes are highly threatened to the women. And that's all I would like to bring it to this forum, and thank you for the opportunity.